I'm sure this will look familiar to at least some of you. I've struggled with clamp storage for a while because what happens is I buy new clamps and then I run out of space and have to redo it. Now, these steel pegboards do work pretty well. They're strong, but they're expensive. So, what I'm going to do instead is use French cleats, just like my normal tool wall. I'm going to extend it all the way over so I can take any of my tools or clamp storage racks that I'm going to make and put them wherever I want. It's going to be extremely modular. It's going to be way better. So the first thing I did is broke down my plywood just to more manageable pieces. All of my cleats are going to be 64 inches in length, so I figured I might as well cut down the sheet of plywood now, just so I'm not trying to push 8 feet of plywood through my small job site saw. I ripped down two 14-inch pieces for the French cleats, and now this is optional, at least for some of you. I just wanted to make it easier on my small job sites because I don't have a lot of support on the left side, just to take the full sheet and start ripping out the cleats. After I had the 14-inch pieces ripped, I ripped those down to 4.5-inch chunks. These will make 2 cleats each, but because the cleats have a 45-degree angle, I just wanted to cut down these to straight 4.5 pieces and then ripping those in half with the 45-degree angle. I took the rest of my plywood and ripped it all down to 6-inch pieces because the rest of the components are all going to be 6 inches in height. And with all of the pieces ripped out, I was ready to take down all the clamps and hang up all of the cleats. I'm making a couple distinct types of hangers. One of them is going to have a 24-inch backer, and the other is going to have a 12-inch backer. If you're wondering, the backer is what the cleat gets attached to, and then the dowels I'm going to use for hanging. The 24-inch backer is going to be used for kind of a clothes hanger style clamp hanger, and it requires these supports. They're angled pieces that a dowel is going to go through, and they attach to this side. Here I'm assembling the larger 24-inch backer wide hanger. Now what I'm doing here is I'm attaching the supports to the side. I'm hoping that the shear strength of, I guess, both the glue, pin nails, not really, but also screws that I'll be adding will be a lot stronger than pull strength if I put the supports on the face. Here you get a much better look at the wide hanger or closet hanger. I don't know, I gotta think of a better name for these. But I prefer this for the clamps that have more of a toggle action, like the squeeze clamps. Where F-body clamps, I prefer more of a straight hanger. Now this is just a backer with a couple dowels going straight through. But the benefit here with F-body clamps, because they're a little more difficult to actually undo and move around, these I just like a lot better for quickly slapping on or pulling off the F-body clamps. For all of these hangers, I'm making sure to use plenty of screws along with the glue just to make sure everything doesn't completely fall apart. Now these are pretty much the only two clamp hanger styles I came up with now. I think I'll come up with more in the future, but at least for now it'll help me get all the clamps off the floor.